Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half acre homestead with a Thanksgiving Sunday tea break, but you're going to get it Monday. Oh, my tea's gone cold. That's my first cup of tea of the day, and it is almost noon on Thanksgiving Sunday. But it's been, I couldn't do this anymore if it wasn't for the family that shows up and pitches in. You know what I mean? Like I've got family coming this afternoon, cousins and stuff coming this afternoon, very soon in the next couple of hours. But Melanie and Briar and Arthur and even Wendy, Wendy's not well. We don't want her doing anything, but she at least had to do something. So I gave her bread to break up for the stuffing. So I'm really tired. I'm really tired. Even with all the help, my back was still in screaming pain when I went to bed last night, my lower back down by my hips. But Briar's been doing dishes and everything. Every time I'm doing food prep, Mel's behind me with the broom and the cloth and the dirty dishes, and she's cleaning and she's just going. You know what I mean? It's been a symphony of familial cooperation. And it's one of the most beautiful things because I had to teach myself a really hard lesson this year, right? I I can't host big dinners anymore without help. I just can't. Because what happens is I push myself past the pain, and then and then the pain makes me snarky and angry and resentful. And you know what? It just doesn't work. So I said to Howie, I told you guys that when my cousin Dee Dee phoned and said, we're coming for Thanksgiving, all of us, I have no idea how many people are showing up today. It could be between 6 and 16 people. Haven't a clue. Doesn't matter. And I told Howie on Wednesday night, I told him, I've had to let go of the reins of Thanksgiving. And he said, great. And I said, no, it doesn't come easy to me to let go. I said, I'm going to cook the turkeys and the turnips and the mashed potatoes. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. If I can get the barbecue running and put corn on it, I might get my son Arthur to do that. Right? But but everybody else's dietary needs are different, so they're all bringing different stuff. My only concession has been to make it gluten-free, like a turkey with a gluten-free stuffing, no bread. It's just meat and veg. And the other one with not potatoes. So I'm making the basic dinner, but because of all the dietary restrictions and stuff, it's potluck. So we'll probably end up with more food than we need. But between Briar and Mel, I've been able to focus just on getting like yesterday, I didn't make any videos except stuffing the turkeys, okay? But yesterday, I took my gluten-free oatmeal out of the freezer and I put it through the Ninja blender. And then I added a knob of butter and some sugar. And I ground it and I put it in a big bowl. And then I took some out and added water to make it like a pastry. And I made like a rough gluten-free oatmeal crust for a pumpkin pie. And then the rest, I filled in the bottom of a casserole dish, poured a can of pears over it, or a jar of pears over it, and then put the crumble on top. So there's two gluten-free desserts. And then last night, yes, dear?
Do you get your Epsom salts at Bulk Bar?
Sometimes.
That's so weird.
It's cheaper.
Them right near the sugar?
No. It's not near the sugar, honey.
What's that?
It's not near the sugar. It's in another place where there's like seasonings and all that stuff. But Epsom salts is more of a medicinal thing than it is anything else.
I'm just saying you probably shouldn't ingest it.
No, actually you can.
Yeah.
A spoonful of Epsom salts in a glass of hot water will help you if you're constipated. That's why they used to always give it to women before when they were first in labor, because they had to give them an enema, and then they give it to them afterwards. They don't give it to them afterwards unless they want you to dry up your milk. So it does have ingestional properties,
I wouldn't.
but you read the label on the ones that are food safe.
Yeah.
Little bit of information there.
Yeah, my bath now.
All right, baby, enjoy your bath. Did you find the I take it you found the Epsom salts.
Yes.
Okay. So, so anyway, where
Except
was I?
they're in the bulk barn bag.
Ah, right, bulk barn bag. So, between Briar and Mel, and everybody doing something, like Arthur lifting pies for me out of the in it. We had a lasagna dinner yesterday. Oh, by the way, that lasagna's in the fridge, Arthur. You could probably put it in the bottom rack of the oven to warm it up. So we community made a big meatless, just because I didn't feel like thawing out meat. We communally built a meat-free, gluten-free lasagna. It was really good for supper last night, and those of us who are not gluten intolerant had homemade bread with it. And so after that, I made my pear pie and my pumpkin pie that have regular pastry. And those are in the fridge in the kitchen, and the gluten-free ones are in the fridge in the pantry because that little fridge has never had any wheat in it. So, you know what I mean? These are my concessions, but it actually really works out well. So, I put the rib cages and the backbones and anything and the giblets and all that stuff in a big stock pot, threw in a carrot and a stalk of celery, and that's just going to cook all day. And whatever I don't use in the gravy, I will use in stock, and I'll be canning that tomorrow or Tuesday. So I got three pies and a pear crisp and 2 turkeys in the oven, and my turnips and home canned turnips and carrots are in a pot on the stove, and I have instant mashed potatoes. So anyway, that's what's going on. I have my clean meat-free apron on. This is my 3rd apron. I used one for making the pies with the flour, and that went in the laundry. Because even the flour in the air can be disruptive to someone who's gluten intolerant, right? So I have one table. My dining room table is the table that will have gluten on it, and my island will be the gluten-free table, so that people will know where to put food when they come in. I'm telling you, the island is what's going to be full because nobody else eats gluten. Some are vegan, some are can have gluten, but it's whole food, plant-based. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. And I'm taking this time before company shows up to sit and have a tea break with y'all. Oh, my back was in so much pain last night. But I'll tell you something. Oh, that's right. I was talking about Howie and I. So by Thursday night, I was starting to get panicky. And Howie goes, "What's the matter?" And I said, "Well, the floors aren't washed. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. I need the sheets off the beds downstairs. Yada, yada. And he goes, "Bev, I thought you were letting go of the reins of this Thanksgiving dinner." And I said, "Well, yeah." And he goes, "And I thought you told me yourself, Bev, you're 55 years old. You have physical challenges. And you can't do this anymore. So you're at the point in your life where you should be asking for help. So if you don't get the floors washed, but they're swept, good enough. If people can't understand that you're 55 years old, you have physical challenges, and you work 3 jobs, right? Then, making the house sparkling isn't going to change anything. It's just going to add the illusion that you're okay. So it's like, okay. But you know what? He's right. Right? The only way people are going to know that I can't do this on my own anymore is if I show them I can't do it anymore, or I tell them I can't do it anymore. If I kill myself trying to get everything perfect for everybody and my house is like spot, I'd be showing up at my own dinner table with a walker and angry and in pain because pain really, pain is one of those things that makes anger come easy because it's a negative feeling, right? Pain's a negative feeling. So anyway, what else am I going to talk about? Oh yeah, how he emptied the pool. Totally emptied it by accident. He turned the pump on to lower the water by half, and then he got working on something and he completely forgot, and I went to put the dog outside and I said, "What, is there a reason the pump's still running on the pool?" And he went, "So now we have to actually put more water in the pool, or else it's it's not going to make it through the winter." So that's we still got wood to put on the porch. There's still a lot to do. I have tomatoes to can. I want to get a bag of apples this coming weekend, so that I can actually make my canned apples and my dehydrated apples. Because the last few dehydrated apples that were in my pantry went into the pear apple pie. Because I haven't done my apples yet this year. But guess what? When Thanksgiving's over and the tomatoes are canned and the apples are canned, it's time for me to sit, knit, and quilt and edit and read. But I mean, we're getting into the months where I can actually have quiet time to do more reading and editing, to do more knitting videos, to do more quilting videos. And if my internet ever improves, most of my live streams will be coming from the quilt frame, right? So that's what's coming up. This is the apex of harvest season for me, is Thanksgiving. And I mean, there's home canned potatoes going on the table. There's home canned turnips and carrots going on the table. There's homemade sausage going in the stuffing. All these things are symbols of the fact that it is the end almost. We're at the final stretch of harvest season. And guess what? We're not butchering meat this year. God, that's a job. Oh my God. But we were gonna get a steer from Jimmy and Judy Carroll. Yeah, I tell you, they're our go-to people. And they said sure, but he couldn't kill it or anything like that. I said that's fine. Just deliver the steer alive. We'll do the rest. We'll give it a couple of days to calm down and all that stuff, and then we'll do the rest. But Howie sold the meat saw. And I said, so the next time I saw Judy, I said, can't cancel the steer. And she said, how come? I said, because Howie sold my meat saw. And she said, nah, you can't butcher a whole steer without a meat saw. I said, nope. We're getting too old to do that kind of stuff without major mechanical help, and hopefully 2 extra pairs of hands. I had the extra pairs of hands on hold until Howie sold the meat saw. So so we're not butchering. So that's one of the reasons this home economics series has been born, is because I've pretty much always done home economics. All my videos are based kind of like that, except now I have to relearn how to buy meat and things at the store. Meat's the big issue for me, okay? Because I have a real problem buying store-bought meat. So I mean, somebody asked me to do home economics videos, and I went, well, I got to retrain myself how to shop and cook for 2 people, and and we're saving for retirement. We're going to start saving in the new year for retirement. So I'm tightening the belt on the budget, and I'm not letting anything go to waste, except those onion skins. That was really sad. They ended up in the compost. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying the turkeys are in the oven. My job is done. I'm going to go smoke a medicinal marijuana cigarette and put my feet up for a little while. All right? Take care. God bless. And I hope everybody in Canada had a wonderful Harvest Home Supper Thanksgiving weekend. Take care. God bless. You'll be getting the turkey video. That's for sure.